Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now, welcome to, well, really the patch breakdown. I'm not sure how long this video is going to go, because just to give you an overview, just to show everybody, this is the scroll of the patch notes. Ready? Here. Okay, we're gonna keep going. This is going quite fast. We're not done. Keep going. We're not done. We're not done. Some of you might be getting dizzy. We're not done. We're not even halfway. Keep going. We're about halfway now. Keep going. Let's go into hyperdrive. All this stuff. All this stuff. And there's the end, nearly. That's a lot. I'm not going to cover everything because we'd be here for probably about 50 hours. But just to explain what my plans are with, obviously, this is covering every single new item in the game. It takes even long scrolling up, going fast. Just to explain, my preseason content is probably going to either start tomorrow or the day after, depending when I can get my first video made and done tomorrow. And we're going to be doing quite an intense try-hard preseason. Maybe even my most intense try-hard preseason ever. Because I've taken Season 10 as a pretty chill season, just to kind of recharge. It's been a bit of a poop year, so I've just not had it in me to be competitive, let's say. But I'm in a much better place now. The world is still a bit bleh, but obviously I'm kind of missing the competitiveness already with having a more casual Season 10. So preseason for me is going to be what I would actually deem a training preseason, with also learning everything new. I'm going to be in the same boat as everybody else. I've got to learn all these new items and what's good, what's bad, what to do, what to avoid, and all that stuff. With also then building my champion pool like we normally do for the early season next year. And I also said something on stream the other day, which some people did get surprised about. I genuinely, or generally, I'm not somebody that would abuse something in the meta that's just known to be overpowered to climb. That's an effective way to climb, and many players do it. A great example, if you ever watch Panzer Dragon, obviously got rank 1 challenger, he swaps his jungler of whatever which one is the best jungler in the game at the moment, he pretty much plays. So when he got rank 1, he was playing Nunu all the time because Nunu was insane. But he's played Elise, he's played, you know, anything practically that's just known to be the best. That's what he's playing, and that is what good players do who aren't mains or one-tricks or anything. I'm somebody that jumps around with champions all the time, so I'm now going to start playing the overpowered, the strong things. There are going to be limits. Huz, are you going to play Cassidy in mid lane? No. I've still got to enjoy the thing, but just to say that is coming. So yeah, preseason content, hopefully you guys will massively enjoy. Huzzy training and also getting used to all the new items at the same time. So there is a video that if you guys wanted to watch it, but the patch notes are as follows. Mythic items are here. Item updates of items that are remaining in the game are here. Item shop refresh, the new item store is here. And the new skins, Victorious Lucian, if you got gold and above in any rank queue that is League of Legends orientated, so that nowadays there's actually only solo queue and flex queue, you can get Victorious Lucian. And the new skins, Battlecast Nasus, Battlecast Zac, Resistance Jace, Resistance Singed, and Resistance Yorick. There's that. And apparently there's more as well. These skins, by the way, every single time people say, when are they available? November the 12th. So in a day or two, they will become available. So the first thing is the new item store. And obviously with me doing PB testing, I had it when it first got implemented, and Riot has done little tweaks and changes of things that we have asked for. Namely, it was like, oh, we need to be able to search for an item in the armor category or the magic resist category. Thankfully, that is there now. But overall, I'm a massive fan of the new store. I think it's actually it's nicer, it's modern, and I think it's actually going to help more players in the long run. So I also kind of mentioned it. I use websites sometimes like u.gg just to kind of double check what I'm doing to make sure that you guys aren't getting bad advice, as it were. I don't think I need to use those websites anymore, because look at this. So whatever champion they're playing is obviously a Mage, for example, in this game. And they have a Cassio against them. They've got a Camille against them. There's a Senna on the enemy team. It's kind of telling you what items they're suggesting and which items, you know, what items are good against what. And there's also like an item-ish build down here of items that are commonly built. Just to explain how this is working by taking data of what good players are doing versus the champions in your game as the champion you're playing. So literally what those other websites do, this is now doing in the game itself. So let's just say this player's playing Ari, for argument's sake. It's suggesting these items, and obviously these are the mythic items, but after you buy the mythic items, it's still going to recommend you things, and it's good against certain things, and it's making that recommendation because let's say you go Luden's Tempest, and then your next item you buy a Void Staff. And it says, like, we recommend Void Staff. It's doing that because Riot is looking at high-rating Ahri players versus a Cassiopeia and thinking and seeing that their win rate is good versus Cassiopeia. Therefore, they're going to recommend that item. That's how it's working. So it's really good. I think that's going to be really nice to have that in-game, and I'm looking forward to it. So the new store is here. Hell to the yes. Yeah, so the all-item tab, you now can obviously search via... your favorite items, you've got your overall categories, and then also down to the side here, this is what was asked by the community of going, can you just let me click armor so I can have options? Can you let me click cooldown reduction, which is the hourglass symbol, so I can have options, or movement speed, or whatever it may be, and that's what they did. So that's obviously pretty nice. And just reminding everybody, you've got now the different tiers of items. Mythic items are the new kind of overpowered items that you can buy one per game of that. You can sell your mythic item and rebuy a different one, but there is some form of penalty for doing that, and obviously it's your main big item, so you probably don't want to do that. Then you have legendary, which legendaries are completed items that are not mythics. And then under that you've got epic items, which basically are completed components that then go into legendary items. And then you have the starter items, the Doran's ring, Doran's shield, all that stuff, which we're obviously used to. So then quick buy panels. So where's that? I don't even know what they're talking about here, but maybe you can have some form of, you may have noticed this tab. Oh, here. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is interesting. I actually haven't used this. They make commonly purchased items like potions and elixir. Oh, okay, I see. So it's just these. So these are all your consumables. So your corrupting potion, refillable potion, trinkets, potions, elixirs, control ward, and they kind of come out on the left of it, same as all the boots. And then down here, I think, is your inventory, your own player's inventory as well. But they're mythic items. So this is where, obviously, again, I cannot go through every single one. With obviously doing a lot of PB testing, playing a lot of League of Legends. We do 2 videos a day every day on this channel. Most likely, not every day, because we are also going to be doing Challenger spectates in preseason, learning from Challenger players who are also getting used to these changes. I think that's going to be a great idea. I would wager, with obviously preseason now going to be, a 2 months preseason probably. Usually the new season's at the beginning of Jan, so it's near enough going to be a 2-month preseason. I would wager that we're going to either use or have a video on every single mythic item that's in the game. And I will make an effort to do that, by the way. I want to test everyone and see how it feels. So if you're a proper hardcore viewer that you watch every video, and in a month's time, when we've done a month's worth of videos, 2 videos a day every day, and I haven't used a certain mythic item yet, let me know, because then I will purposely do it. Or purposely watch a Challenger player using that mythic item and therefore making content with that mythic item. And obviously, worth also noting, video titles and stuff, moving forward, a lot of them might be centered around the mythic items. Is Gale Force good on Jhin, for example, as a video title or something? So do expect that. But you've got your AD carry ones. Gale Force gives a dash to AD carries, which is quite interesting. Kraken Slayer is the tank killing one that kind of gives true damage to auto-attacking AD carries, and the Immortal Shield Bow is the surviving burst one. Sunfire, so now we're going into tanks. Ramping damage, sorry. We've got Frostfire Gauntlet, it slows enemies. And Turbo Chem Tank, which I would say the artwork looks a bit weird. It has Initiation. So that's the kind of speed up one, which is pretty cool. So there's those. Just say, your AD carriers are building these. Your Jins, your Ashes, etc. Next kind of pool of characters, well, there is a group of champion that I actually think is like very open to interpretation with mythic items. Bruisers, I think, have the pick of the litter. A bruiser could buy Sunfire, but a bruiser could also buy Triforce later down the line. Like, we'll see what Triforce is later. They have options. You know, do they need to be tanky this game? Do they want to be damaged this game? Bruisers can buy basically a few categories of mythic items. Well, obviously, some champions only have one category that they can select from, but obviously 3 items per category. With also, I think one category technically has 4. But this, you know, your Shens, your Malphites, that type of thing is going to be, you know, mainly Singed probably for Chem Tank. Urgot may even dip in one of these. Next up, you got your Assassins. So your Drakthar, which I still think this is insanely strong. Just reminding what this one does, and we will kind of interesting ones we'll talk about. Attacking a champion deals additional damage, and then it slows that champion for 99% for 0.25 seconds. Obviously not very long. But then, when a champion you have done any damage within the last 3 seconds, if they die, this cooldown is refreshed. So the slow, and I think the damage, and you become invisible for 1.5 seconds. So instantly, I'm just thinking of a Kha'Zix with this, combining with his ultimate. You're never going to see him. As Zed, even this will just cause even more confusion with then his shadows jumping everywhere. So I think this is going to be quite a scary item. Eclipse, so technically an assassin item, but I've built, even in preseason, I built Eclipse, I think, on Vi, and it worked really well. So this is where these items do overlap, and it's not just an assassin item. But this is the dueling one. It does, hitting a champion with 2 different attacks within 1.5 seconds deals an additional 8% max health physical damage to that person. That's a lot in just one attack. Prowler's Claw is an assassination. Let's be honest, that looks like Talon's own weapon, so that's probably, gives you a bit of a clue. But yeah, it lets assassins get up close and personal to their prey, amplifying their damage with 1 fatal combo, so a very big assassin-y one. So that's assassins, the 3. Next we're going into the mages, so Liandry's Anguish. It's the anti-tank one, as you'd expect. Obviously, it used to be Liandry's Torment. It's been updated to Liandry's Anguish. Luden's Tempest used to be Luden's Echo. I don't know why they've had to rename them. If you're just making it a mythic item, why didn't you keep it Luden's Echo? Whatever. But this is the one that is basically the same, but it just does a little bit of lightning damage. But near enough the same thing. And Everfrost, which is now I believe, the only option if you're running Glacial and you want a Glacial item. GLP doesn't exist anymore, and Twin Shadows, I believe, doesn't exist anymore. So this is the only item that you can trigger as slow for Glacial. If you're running that rune. So there's that. Then we have Hextech Rocket Belt, which is the new group of items that are basically very niche. These are AP mythic items that aren't reliant on mana. So Mordekaiser, Akali maybe, if she's not buying an assassin one. Basically an AP champion that doesn't need the mana item. So the Rocket Belt, dash in a direction, unleashing an arc of missiles, etc. So this is Hextech Proto Belt. This is the updated version of that. Riftmaker, and I will say I don't know all of these right now, so worth also noting. Vladimir, obviously another one of these champions. This is Omnivamp. So Omnivamp is the new lifesteal and spell vamp put into one. So basically getting health back from auto attacks or your spells. It's now called Omnivamp as a whole. And obviously this one gives you lifesteal and, all that stuff. And spell lifesteal. Night Harvester. This is for multi-killing. Has a form of AoE, etc. So now we're getting into... So that one only had 2. Yes, so AP mythic items that aren't mana reliant. There's only 2 of them, which I guess makes sense. Now we're getting into bruiser items. Oh no, that one was 3. Oh no, there was 3. Never mind, I'm an idiot. So that one is 3 because yes, it's an ability. It just doesn't look like an ability power thing, but it is. Now we're getting into bruisers. So Trinity Force has been massively updated, but this is still the dueling, or one of the dueling, obviously, things for bruisers and fighters. So Jax, maybe. Relia, possibly. Those type of champs. Gore Drinker. this is one that I think is extremely strong. It's 1v1. Well, not actually 1v1. It's life stealing. No, that's the other one, is it? No, that is this one. So deal 110% of your attack damage to nearby enemies with an active, and restores health equal to 20% of your attack damage plus 12% of your missing health for each champion's hit. So the lower health you are, the more you will heal from this. And if you're in the middle of a team fight and you use it when you're low, you'll heal like a lot. So there are some champions that Olaf, for example, I think could be quite strong with this. Fiora, even with Gorge Drinker, might be a bit scary. So look out for that item, definitely. Stride Breaker, there's no escaping a fighter wielding Stride Breaker. So this is all about, I guess, slows. Short distance and deal 110% of your damage to nearby enemies. Oh, this is the one that I did Darius, and it was really good. It gave you a little bit of a dash, but it slowed the opponent for 60%, and then they just couldn't get away from you. So that's that. So that also could be quite scary. Divine Sunderer as well. So another, I guess, dueling item. So bruisers, etc., and fighters might have 4, because this is an anti-tank item that gives attack damage, ability, haste, health. So yeah, another kind of fighter item. After using an ability, your next basic attack is enhanced with an additional 10% target's max health physical damage. So obviously, worth noting, this isn't true damage. This is physical damage. So if they build armor, the damage will go down. It won't be as effective. If the target is a champion, restore 50% of the damage. If the target is a champion, restore 50% of the damage amount as well. So there's that. Shurelias, so we're now going into supports. Let support players orchestrate flawless quintets by boosting allies' movement speed and damage at the start of fights. So what's the damage one? So gives 40% decaying movement speed to allies around you with an additional 40 to 60 magic damage on the next 3 basic attacks that or ability hits against champions. Damn, that's actually pretty good. If you're giving all of your allies, say you're in a 5v5 team fight and you're a support that uses Shurelias, you're potentially giving 60 extra attack times 3 for every single one of your teammates' abilities. That adds up. That's actually quite a lot of damage. So that's not too shabby at all. Locket of the Iron Solari. So this is the shield that you'll be doing an AoE shield. Basically the same. And Moonstone Renewer, healing over time. So that's probably like Soraka and stuff like that, maybe. Imperial Mandate, Ally Burst. So abilities that slow or immobilize a champion deal damage, magic damage, and mark them for 4 seconds. Allied champions detonate that mark. So Leona may go for that, or I don't know, really. Well, that's not really a tank one, so it has ability power. So Nami, I guess Nami Bubble and stuff, that could be not bad. Stat update, so you've now got ability haste. So again, ability haste is the new cooldown reduction. It's a bit confusing. But in essence, if you build ability haste, your cooldown reduction is getting higher. Vamp effects, so again, it's called Omni Vamp now. So you've got Lifesteal, that is just physical damage dealt by auto attacks. Now it also includes on-hit effects. Physical Vamp is heal from physical damage dealt by basic attacks and abilities. And Omni Vamp is heal from all sources and types of damage. So Omni Vamp is all of it. Critical Strike is still around, but Critical Strike is getting nerfed a little bit. So that's, well, it's crit is going up to a max 5 items to max 20% each. Oh, okay. So to reach 100% crit, or like 200% crit, I guess technically. No, 100% crit, you need to build 1 more item than you used to before, delaying the effectiveness of crit. New legendary items. So again, I can't go through all of them, guys. We're not even a third of the way through. We've already been going nearly 20 minutes. So I'm going to mainly skip all of that, but there's a bunch of new items, like literally ridiculous items in here. Just a couple, just as we're scrolling down. That's nuts. I think Horizon Focus is really good. That will bring back my Zereth for sure. Demonic Embrace also seem quite strong. And again, just reminding people, these are legendary items. These are not mythics. So these are just like basically what our completed items are now in the game before this new patch. They're just normal items that like you are finished items. You can buy technically multiple of these if you wanted to, where obviously you only could buy 1 mythic item. So there's all of them. With obviously items that are sticking around with the same name, but they're just updating them. More Reminder, Ginsu's Rage Blade, Phantom Dancer, Lord Dominic's Regard, Essence Reaver, Infinity Edge, Mana Mune, Muramana, Archangel Staff is still here, Seraphs is still here, Lichbane, Blade the Ruined King is still here, and obviously the Ruined King himself might be becoming a champion in League of Legends in the near future. Black Cleaver, Ravenous Hydra, Titanic Hydra, those two have been updated quite a bit. Wit's End, more Malmortius, Death's Dance, that has been massively changed. Obviously, I have complained about this item for most of this season. It doesn't look to be overpowered anymore, and it's going to be not something that every single game you'll see every champion buy that is this item's okay on. Literally, like, this item became, if you're an AD champion that likes a bit of lifesteal, likes AD and wants to be a little bit tanky or just survive damage, you're buying Death's Dance every single game. It's no longer becoming that. Sterix, Randuin's Omen, that looks pretty cool. Frozen Heart, Gargoyle's Stoneplate, Abyssal Mask, Thornmail, Zeke's Convergence is still here, Knight's Vow, Morellonomicon, reminding people healing in the game. There are now quests for healing items, so it still gives 40% Grievous Wounds, which is 40% healing reduction, but each of these anti-healing items now have a quest. So if the target is below 50% health, this now does 60% Grievous Wounds. So 60% anti-healing, no longer 40%. So all of these items, Thornmail, etc., have a 60% kind of thing. I think the Thornmail one, by the way, is a bit weird, because like a Darius may buy Thornmail right now. Moving forward, I'm not so sure though, because the quest for it is the normal 40%, but then immobilizing enemy champions also applies 60% wounds. So something like Darius, you know, immobilizing, I guess, technically would be his W slow. I think that counts, and his E, but that's not something that he always can do. So I don't know. It's a bit weird. That's more of a full tank item now for anti-healing. And Sanguine Blade is still here. They're obviously balancing out all of these items as well completely. So again, the change is absolutely unreal that's coming this preseason. Jungle items. So again, new jungle systems, everybody. So just reminding you, you buy your jungle starting item, which is either the Hail Blade, which is the blue smite, the chilling blade of what it is now, or the Ember Knife, which is the red one. And junglers will have these items at the start of the game, and they do obviously give some form of benefits. But after you've smited 5 times, smiting 5 times consumes this item and upgrades your smite to Chilling Smite. So just to explain, after you smite 5 times, which what might be 6-7 minutes into the game, maybe less, this item will disappear from your inventory, but you'll still get all the benefits from it. So your smite will still be there, and your smite actually gets upgraded to whatever one you want. So this, if you go Hail Blade, your smite will become Chilling Smite. If you go Ember Knife, it will be Challenging Smite, the same as before, with small little differences. But then your item is gone. So you actually can use all 6 item slots now as a jungler without having one of them taken up by a jungle item. I think this is really good. Some junglers aren't too happy about it, but I don't understand why. But there's that. And again, you also get all the benefits. These benefits that these items have just become part of you as a champion. So you still got all the benefits for obviously having them. Jungle camp adjustments. So there's some obviously adjustments happening to the jungle camps, obviously reflecting this change. So jungle might feel a little bit different because every single camp is basically having, which is good. Epic items, so these are the components. So let's say, you know, Lost Chapter right now, which builds into Eluden's Echo, is a epic item because it's 2 core items building into another item, but then that item has another tier above it. That is what an epic item is now, and there's obviously a whole new array of these. Some of them are existing, like Oblivion Orb is still there, Seeker's Arm Guard is still here, so we obviously know some of these items. Bammy Singe is still here, but there are obviously new ones as well, which is cool. Phage, Heartbound Axe, Tiamat. We'll also note Tiamat's been changed. We're splitting up Tiamat's passive to attract, so Tiamat right now does both, when you auto-attack, it does a small AoE, and if you use the active, it does a bit of AoE damage as the active. They're now splitting that into 2 different items. So Tiamat attack deals up to 60% total attack damage to other nearby enemies. So this Tiamat is the passive. You auto attack, casual, all the time AoE damage is going around you. There is now a new item. Did we go past it? I don't know where it is, but there is another one somewhere. Maybe it got changed and maybe I'm scrolling past it, but there is another one somewhere. But yeah, it might be that one. Maybe that one. Oh, it's this one. Oh, that's changed. That's definitely changed. It used to be called something else. It's now called Iron Spike Whip. So when you buy Iron Spike Whip, it's basically the other version of Tiamat, but you're not doing every auto attack. You're not doing AoE damage. You press it, and then a bit of AoE damage happens around you. So there's that. Obviously, balance changes as well for these. We got new starting items, which obviously some of us will recognize. Tear of the Goddess is now a starting item. At the beginning of the game, you can buy a tier. Rise players right now are probably crying with joy. But yeah, there's that. So it's now a starting item. Dark Seal, Doran's Blade, Doran's Ring, Cloak of Agility and Fairy's Charm. I guess they're including those for some reason. You've got obviously support balance changes. You've got these that used to be Ninja Tabby, these boots. All boots are the same, but Ninja Tabby is no more. The new armor boot is now plated steel caps, which is a bit weird, but I always thought it was a bit weird having the armor boot being basically a cloth ninja boot. So that does reflect it probably a bit better. Removed items, so say goodbye to these, but obviously reminding some people is, yeah, these are mainly becoming mythic items instead. So if you're a bit confused, if you used to love Sunfire Cape, well, obviously just look through this list and go, oh, okay, Sunfire Aegis, that's the new version. So that might help you a little bit here or there. But yeah, they're removing actual items. Adaptive Helm is gone and has no replacement. Athene's is gone, has no replacement. Frozen Mallet's gone. Voyboy probably right now is crying because he's like the only guy that ever built this item. But yeah, a lot of stuff is gone. Spellbinder's a weird one to go, by the way, because like so many champions liked Spellbinder, but it's gone. Rod of Ages is a big one. That's gone. That's been around for a long time. But I'd say goodbye to those. Some rune changes. Conqueror, Bloodline, Hunter, Ravenous Hunter, Prince of Mind, Transcendence, Cosmic, Hunter as well. Ability Haste rune stat, by the way. You can get that. Instead of the cooldown reduction in the 3 different things you pick at the bottom right of your runes, you can now do Ability Haste instead. Time Walk Tonic has been updated. And then champion adjustments, Caitlyn. Again, I can't go through all of this. This is literally insane. We're nearing to half an hour. Caitlyn, Jhin, Senna, Tryndamere, Yasuo, Yone, a lot of AD champions, but then assassin champions, Akali. I've heard, by the way, these are massive buffs. Katarina, let's just have a look at this. Her passive, Dagger / applies on-hit effects. That's quite good. Wow, really? Damn, okay. So that's when she drops the circle and then spins. That will now apply on-hit effects. The Shumpo also applies on-hit effects as well. And the Death Lotus, magic damage has gone... Ooh, okay, so they're getting rid of the bonus AD here, but they're adding 15% plus attack speed bonus AD per dagger. And then each dagger applies on hit effects. Okay, so it seems like a weird change, but a reminder that Cat only throws 15 daggers per ult as well. Cool, that's a lot of damage. So again, building split damage, but having also a bit of attack. Are they wanting her to build Blade the Ruined King? That's like in my mind, right? Blade the Ruined King is an on-hit effect item, and they're buffing it to obviously also include attack speed per dagger for her ult, and then these things also will apply the on-hit effect of Blade. Not sure, but that would be scary, because then she'd be able to kill things. If she could buy Blade the Ruined King and a Leandri's Torment, things are going to melt. Kale, passive bonus attack speed now scales with AP. Ooh. Ooh. That's good. Wow. I like Kale. Cool. Ornn is here. Worth also noting, Ornn is now upgrading items for his teammates, and now the mythic items get updated, which is obviously quite interesting. Victor, we made a whole video on him recently about how I personally really liked this update. He's getting basically a mini rework, but many people in that comment section was like, the Victor community is actually kind of unhappy about it. I don't know why, but I like Victor. He's one of my most played champions in Season 10, and I was happy with it, so there's that. Champion mana adjustments, so they're just giving an overall buff to a lot of champions. Gangplank's getting more mana, so there's more champions, more changes. So Brand, Amumu, Elise, Seraphine, still the champion that the community is saying as a support, but Riot is trying to hold on to. No, guys, she's a mid laner, please. She's going to be a support, let's be honest. Twitch is getting AP buffs, by the way. Yes, you heard me right. He now scales with ability power. Maybe a gunblade on Twitch, I don't know. Volibear scaling with ability power as well. Healing indicators in the game now. ARAM changes, and then here's the new skin. So what's pretty cool, and this might be the first time they've ever properly done this. Correct me if I'm wrong. The skin is more than a chroma. So, well, it is a chroma, but that's the base look. The gold Lucian. And then you have platinum, diamond, master, grandmaster, and challenger. I might be slightly biased here, but I think the two best ones actually is the gold one, because that's how it's kind of intended to be. I actually think the diamond one is nicer. Maybe the challenger one is also pretty nice because it's basically a better version of the gold one. But I think the diamond one is nicer than the grandmaster one. I think that kind of looks poop. And hell, I even think the diamond one looks nicer than the master one, kind of. But that's just me. So again, just worth also noting, it's based on your honor level. Honor level 3 and above, I think, are the only people that get rewards. Is it honor level 2 or honor level 3? So these are when the season's over. If you don't own Lucian, by the way, you're given the champion. When is it happening? I guess it's on a level 3. Or is it on a level 2? Whatever it may be, it might be on a level 2. Yeah, you only get the rewards if you have honor level. If you've got 0 honor level right now, if you got banned or reported, had a punishment, and your honor level reset, you don't get ranked rewards, obviously. But there's that. All ranked rewards will be distributed by December 10th. So that's when you guys now... I always see it in the comment section of, where's my reward? Where's my reward? Well, that's it. They Riot are saying by December 10th. So it can be any time from now until December 10th. So yeah, be patient. Ranked updates. This preseason, we're making a couple updates on ranked Summoner's Rift rank system to make sure the placement process and the climb are as informed and intuitive as possible. First, brand new accounts entering rank for the first time will now take into account additional variables to ensure more accurate original placement, which is good. And next, in order to have a smooth out progression speed bumps, removing promotion series for interdivisional transitions. Oh, dude, this is so good. So if you're going from Division 4 to Division 1, when you hit 100 LP, you instantly get promoted. No promotion series. Hell yeah. The only promotion series that there will be is in between different ranked tiers. You're a Gold 1 player, you're going to Platinum, there is a promotion series there. There is no promotion series from Gold 4 to Gold 3, Gold 3 to Gold 2, Gold 2 to Gold 1, no promotion series. And that is the same from everywhere in the game. The only ones you'll have is if you're literally, you know, the name of your rank, Gold, Diamond, Iron, Bronze, Challenger, Master, whatever it may be. That's when you'll only get a promotion series, is when your rank name is the tier is changing, which I am so happy for this, because we've all been in that situation of being on 99 LP and it just sucks. Well, now let's say again, it's still going to suck if you're 99 LP Diamond 1, because then you still need to win one more game to get into promotion series, and then you need to do that promo. But let's say you're Diamond 2 99 LP. That sucks. But then you win the next game and you're gaining 18 LP per victory. Suddenly, you just win the game, you get promoted to Diamond 1, and instead of being at 0 LP, because you were at 99 LP before, you are then going to be at 17 LP Diamond 1, because you're 99 LP, you won, you gained 18 LP, so you get 1 more LP to get to Diamond 1, and then you gain the 17 extra LP to be then 17 LP Diamond 1. So fantastic change. Also, by the way, we're removing the ability to duo queue at Master and above to highlight competitive prowess and improve matchmaking at the top of the ladder. So again, we went over why this was happening, and the main reasons were everybody that wanted to climb seriously in higher ratings duo queued. You know, it was very rare to have solo players, and I don't think Riot's been a massive fan of that happening, when basically every single person that's managed to get rank 1 here or there has mainly duoed. And there has been some dodgy behavior as well with duoing. People kind of swapping on different accounts to lower the MMR. This just gets rid of that problem. And also, it's really hard to balance the game with a duo queue that is in high rating. So again, we've said before, if you're a gold 1 duo queue pairing, you're both in gold 1, you'll notice that your games are not probably gold 1 games. They're platinum 3 maybe games, because Riot knows duo queuing is easier. The community knows it's easier because you get so much advantage from duo queuing. Communication, synergy. It's also a teammate that you know, if you're doing and you're a good duo, they shouldn't be raging out of your games or rage quitting. So duoing is the easier way to climb, and Riot reflect that by making duo queue games harder in the gameplay aspect of, we're putting you in a slightly higher rank because you're duoing to reflect that you're doing. You can't do that to a Grandmaster duo or a Challenger duo, or hell, even a Master duo. The ceiling is there. You know, if you have 2 Grandmaster duo players or 2 Challenger duo players, you can't then suddenly make the game harder to reflect that there's duo going on. You're at the peak. So that's why they're doing that, which I am, by the way, in agreement with. I think that is a good thing. And hopefully, again, with taking Season 11 more serious, I'm hoping that we'll get Master again. And obviously, for the most part, I'll be a solo player. I might do some duo here or there, but we will be as we normally are, a solo player. League updates, client updates, so there's that. Memory leaks are being fixed, which I think many people will be happy about. Bug fixes are coming, and then, yes, we've got the new skins as well, which the web page, oh, that's a bit broken. Again, oh, there we go, it just wasn't loaded. And they all come with chromies. The Zach one, again, it kind of weirds me out. It looks a bit odd. But there we go, everybody. That is the patch notes. Massive patch notes. Again, I know some people are like, oh, Huz, I wish you did go through every single item. No, you don't. No, you don't. We will be testing all of them, though. We're going to be having a great preseason. Hopefully, you guys are excited for that. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am. So, again, if you guys enjoyed this, throw a like on it, throw a comment. And the comment can be, what are you excited for? Are you excited for preseason? Let me know down below. I'll be interested to know. But, yeah, please do like the video, throw a comment, throw a subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.